Okay, so hi everybody. Thank you so much for jumping on and being with me tonight on a Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday. Hopefully, you had some tacos that were healthy for you, especially if you're doing the 30 days to healthy living. We have some recipes. My name is Alicia D. Paralisa. I'm an executive area manager and independent consultant with Arbonne International. And as many of you know, I'm also a clinical pharmacist with Osco Pharmacy. My story, really quick, is about 3.5 years ago, Arbonne found me. Literally, I was on a trip with my husband. I was over 50 pounds heavier and just living the unhealthy community pharmacy life of not having breaks or anything like that. So I would typically live my days a 12-hour shift, right? Or sometimes an 8-hour shift that turned into a 12-hour shift. And I, would be having sodas or Red Bulls. Usually I had like 1 to 2 Red Bulls, a soda, and then somebody would go to Dunkin' Donuts for me. So it's kind of like how I lived. I'd have about 2 seconds to eat. So I'd run to the back, you know, eat something super quick, and come back. And that was kind of a cycle that I put myself into after graduation. I had also graduated pharmacy school with a dual degree. So what does that mean? That means I had a lot of student loans. So Arbonne came in at the end of 2015 where I'd hit kind of my health rut. And it just wasn't the best for me. And one of my former students, Liz, who just jumped on, she actually had posted something on social media, right, of something that she had used. And I said, wow, this is so crazy. I can't believe it. Like, what were you doing? So she set up a call with me, which I found very amazing because it was very businesslike. And she simply let me know what the Arbonne 30 was, or the 30 days to healthy living that many of you may have already have done. And the rest is history. So I started January 4th of 2016, and it was the last time I had a soda, or really anything awful like Red Bulls, things like that. I truly learned how food affected me. I am a certified diabetes educator, and I learned more from nutrition then with Arbonne than I did getting my degree for this diabetes education, which is like so crazy to me, because we totally focus on more of like ingredients and what the label says for like calorie counts versus really pulling and looking really what's in your food or what's not in your food, and the same thing with your products. So fast forward, I jumped into the business because I knew I just needed more. As a pharmacist, I was off of the bench now, and working in corporate, and I just wanted something a little bit more. I wasn't blessed to have Cameron at the time. So I was really, just focusing on, I need something outside of school. When I was in college, Carrie, who's one of my former LKS sisters, roommates, now on our team, fellow pharmacist as well, we did so many things in school. So I needed something for me. Fast forward, became a district manager, and it was amazing. Started building a team. And now, about 3 years later, we're at that executive area manager level, which I'll go into shortly, to tell you a little bit about what Arbonne is even further. But for me, I decided to jump in for the business because I have student loans, right? I graduated with almost $300,000 in debt, which is basically like a really like small house in Massachusetts. It's kind of bigger elsewhere. But basically, I had a mortgage in the name of Sally Mae. She now goes by Navient, if you've heard of her. And I also needed my health to get in check. And, I wanted to have a child. So I had struggled for about 5 years trying to get pregnant. And finally, when I had done Arbonne, I was able to get pregnant. So it showed me that, by teaching and training people about the products that they're using, the food that they're eating, different things can change, and you'd be blessed with so many miracles. So that's kind of what that is. I'm going to actually share a really cool video that helps explain a little bit about what Arbonne is. So I'm going to do this. Hold on one moment. And you guys Carrie, can you give me a thumbs up? Can you see the video? Yes, Romus is saying yes. So here we go. So this was not the video I wanted to do. Hold on one moment. Sorry, guys. Here we go. And enjoy. All right. So I just wanted to share that video because I super, super love it. And if you were able to watch it there, oh, so I know that there was no volume. There wasn't anything talking. It was more of just the video for you guys to watch. So at the end, you just heard some like beautiful music. But what I love about that video is it really just summarizes kind of what is Arbonne. So what could Arbonne do for you? And really, this is what we have you on here for. So you've tried the products, you've fallen in love, and now it's that what can an extra 100, 200, 500, or $1,000 do for you? It might help pay for, a day at daycare. It might help bring down hours. It might help if you have a second or a third job, really kind of replace that. It might, just allow you to maybe go out to dinner with your spouse like once a month instead of, always, meal planning and things like that. So what if you were your own boss? Everybody on this call now has a boss, right? So we're told when to work. We're told when we can take time off. We're told when we can see our kids and our loved ones. And when with Arbonne, you are your own boss. So you tell yourself, when do you want to work? When can I work? Do I have a sick day? I'm going to call my boss. My boss says, yay, go ahead, take it off. Could you improve your health with this? It's so much because you're setting your own work schedule, right? You're not kind of stressed out with the daily that we have and that grind that we do. And you could also use this to kind of help others. So like, think about that in the end. If it's more money, it's better health, it's less stress, it's having more time, financial freedom. So that's kind of, is Arbonne for you? And if you fit into any of those questions, then it could be for you. So the Arbonne Advantage, it kind of went into it in the video, but we are an amazing company. We started in 1980. So when you think about, direct marketing or network marketing or direct sales, many of these companies, you might have just started hearing about them, and you may have just heard about Arbonne too, honestly. If we weren't the ones to tell you about it, because I know I had never heard of Arbonne before Liz brought it in, but it's been around since I've been on the earth. So thanks, Arbonne, for being as old as me. But it has cutting edge research. So that's something that I love about this company. They develop proprietary formulas. They have a Swiss heritage. Now we know, all of us, right, that Europe kind of has the standards of skincare. It has the standards of diet. And that's where we base a lot of our things on. So we're basing it off the best, but we're kind of bringing it up a double notch there with our advantage. So we're available in multiple countries. So we're in the US, we're in Canada, we're in Australia, we're in Poland, we're in New Zealand, in the UK. So what does that mean for you? That means you have the potential to have a global business. So you are just not landlocked in the States. You can expand your business as far as your Wi-Fi can reach. So I think that's what's super awesome about that. I know that my husband and I, one of our greatest things is travel. So for me, this gives me the opportunity that when we're traveling, I can actually have an additional income stream coming in from when I'm meeting people from these countries, potentially growing a team and allowing them to have their best life as well. So it's so awesome in that aspect. The Arbonne product advantage, this is the thing that I'm a mom, and I think some of the people on the call are a mom, and if not, one day you may be a mom, or you might be an auntie or something like that. But I know that when I look at ingredients and I have to test and compare, oh God, that's what I do as a pharmacist, right? We're like, oh, what medication is the best for this disease state? So that's what we go to school for. But as a mom, like when I go to Target or something, I don't want to have to spend an hour in an aisle looking for things. I don't want to spend hours meal prepping, right? So the Arbonne product advantage is that I know any product that I choose from them is going to be top notch. Why? Because let me just give you a little history if you don't know. The FDA only bans about 18 ingredients in their skincare and personal care products, which is so low in comparison to Europe, which bans about 14 to 1500. Like, okay, so under 20, about 1500. That is a large scale difference. But Arbonne is like one step above that and bans 2,000 ingredients. So as a mom, as somebody that doesn't have time because I'm super busy, I know that any product I grab from Arbonne, it is going to be the safest out there because they not only take out anything that is potentially harmful or has been known to be harmful, they do continuous research to see if these products are mixed together, right? Could they react poorly? If this product was left on your skin or left out, is it going to cause harm? So for me, not just being a pharmacist, but being a mom, that gives me that peace of mind that allows me to know that these products are going to be safe for anybody I recommend for them to use. We are pH corrected. We are hypoallergenic. Big thing, we have no artificial sugars. In the US, we know that childhood obesity is like a huge thing now. Diabetes is one of the leading disease states, right? There's so much artificial sugars, there's so much artificial flavors, and Arbonne has none of that in their products or in their nutritional products as well. We are gluten-free. This is a huge thing for so many people who have celiacs. We have non-GMO as well. We have botanically based, and we mix it with science. So we're not full like natural products, because a lot of times just natural products won't work as well, right? So we do blend the best of science with the best of nature, but we keep it safe and it's effective, because I'm not going to spend money on something that doesn't work. And guys, I'm almost 40. Like, there's no forehead lines. So awesome. I have much less lines just by using these products, eating healthier and choosing healthier products there. We are vegan certified. So what does that mean? That means not only do we not have animal in our product, we don't have animal byproduct as well. So that allows us to be kosher. So we have that certification as well. We do not test on animals. We have the PETA stamp of approval and the cruelty stamp with the little bunny, which is why we don't allow some of our products in certain countries that require animal testing or require animal byproducts. So I think it's really cool that Arbonne takes a stance on that as well. And like I said, no artificial dyes and fragrances. And the best thing about our products is that we have a 45-day money back guarantee. So even if you did a 30 days to healthy living, you lost all this weight or you got healthy, but in the end you didn't like it, you could get your money back, no questions asked. And we have less than like a 2% return rate, because people fall in love with these products because they actually work, and you don't have to worry about any harm coming down the line, where you might see that with other products. We are pure, safe, and beneficial. It's our mission. It's our tagline. It's the way we live. From our nutrition, our detox spa, our anti-aging and healthy aging, our ultrasonic devices, our bath and body, our cosmetics, our hair, and most importantly, for the little nuggets out there, our baby care line. We're pure. We're not going to be putting anything bad in there. We're safe. We do rigorous testing. If there's anything that we hear that might not be the best, we remove that immediately from our products. We remove that item from the market, because we're a B corporation. So a B corporation is similar to Patagonia. That just means, hey, we're going to put people in the earth over profits, which I find very amazing, because in the pharmacy industry, we have to look at profits, right? And in most companies that you work at, that profit is there first. And that's what I love about Arbonne being a B corporation. They really are looking at sustainable futures for us. So why network marketing? So if you saw in the video, if you were able to watch it, it just showed what is network marketing. It's really just word of mouth advertising, right? Like if you go to a restaurant and you like the restaurant, you're going to tell people, but that restaurant is not going to be giving you a check, right? There's a lot of people that do endorsing or sponsoring on social media now, right? They'll be like, oh, put my name in it and you'll get like a 20% off this box or something. They're not actually earning any income from that. So with Arbonne, you're doing the exact same thing. You're sharing, you're giving your website, but you're also having a potential to earn an income off of your own purchases, your team's purchases, and your clients' purchases. So traditional retail, you guys have all been to we'll say Target, right? So a Target. So the products come from a manufacturer. They go through a wholesaler, they go through a warehouse, they go through an advertiser, and then they go through the real retailer, so at the store level. So because of that, what's going to pay for all those steps? The increased cost of your product. So a lot of the times you'll either get a super, super expensive product that's good, or you'll get a more expensive product that might not be the best stuff in there. Like there might be more fillers and things like that, because they have to pay for all those things down the line. So here's what the difference with network marketing and direct sales is, which is genius. It goes from the manufacturer. Here it is. It goes through the independent consultant as your consultant. So very similar, like if you're a pharmacist, right? We consult on what's the best product to use. So it goes from the independent consultant's website. So we don't have to carry the product. So I'm not, lugging, 450 items with me. I don't need to hold those. I do have most of them because I just use everything. But that comes in time. It goes right to the consumer. So the consultant's webpage is where all, the business happens. So because of that, we are able to put so much money into our products into research development and into our amazing compensation plan that is not comparable to anybody else on the market. And we're going to go into that in just a minute. So again, why Arbonne? Well, there's four things that make a network marketing or a direct sales or a social marketing, whatever you want to call it, successful. And we've been doing this since 1980, so we got 40 years on it. So consumable products, that means it's a product that you're going to utilize more than once, right? Do you wash your hair? Not many people have their video on right now, but hopefully you're nodding. It might not be every day. That's okay. That's what dry shampoo and putting it up in a bun is for, right? But you're going to wash your hair. You're going to brush your teeth. You're going to hopefully wear deodorant, right? Because otherwise, nobody's going to want to be your friend anyways. So we have consumable products. So things that you're going to use and then you're going to have to reorder. Our nutrition line is a huge example of this, right? People who do the 30 days to healthy living usually have amazing success and want to continue that. So they might not buy the entire kit, but they're probably going to buy their protein. They're going to obviously buy their fizz because let's face it, fizz is life. So there's always going to be touch points with that client that you're working on them now, but then throughout their journey with Arbonne, they're going to continuously reorder for you. So you're building an asset and residual income due to that. Marketplace demand. Every single person everywhere you go, right? It's being green, it's eco-friendly, it's save the whales, save the planet, save me a fizz, right? So it's the same thing. So marketplace demand, everybody is wanting that now. But guys, again, since 1980, Petter, our founder, when he came over from Europe, was like, yeah, we need to be doing this now. So we have a zero emissions in the US, and we're working on that within 5 years to be a zero carbon emissions everywhere else in all of our countries, which is amazing because that will mean we were the first company to do that. So marketplace demand, you want to be vegan, you want to be green, you want to be clean. Don't worry, Arbonne's been doing it for 40 years. So we were the trendsetters before it was trendy. And then timing and trends is the exact same thing, right? Everybody wants this. People don't want to go to stores as much. They don't want to wait in line, right? The bricks and mortars of the world are closing down, like Payless, GNC, Macy's are even closing down, JCPenney's, like all the stores that we know growing up, they're closing their doors because brick and mortar are going away, and it's all click and order. Thank you, Amazon, right? So you can get your Amazon delivery, but then you can get your Arbonne on the same day. I had it the other day. It was awesome. It just takes the ease out of things. And again, with our Pure, Safe, and Beneficial, you don't have to worry about that. So your future clients don't have to worry about that. And here's the biggest thing of why this is an amazing company for busy people, ability to leverage your time. So with my normal job, it's a 40-hour work week. It can be way more than that. But I have to put in those 40 hours. With Arbonne, you grow a team and you grow a network so that there might be a 40-hour work week, but you're not the only person in this 40-hour work week. If you had a store and you had to be open 24/7, you need people to be there 24/7. So with direct marketing, because we have an online store and there's no time that we close, everybody can be working their business at different times that fits into their life versus trying to fit their life around this Arbonne profession. So that's what's so amazing about that if you are willing to give about an hour or so a day, about 10 hours a week, you can truly see a residual and asset income begin to grow, which is why we have the right compensation, which I will share with you right now. So we only have 4 levels of pay titles and management in Arbonne. So everybody starts on the ground floor. So we all start and we can all go up, and we kind of create more of a rectangle versus a pyramid, which we always hear. But the first level is district manager, and we teach and train our team to get there within 1 to 3 months is really where our goal is. And that can bring in anywhere between $200 on the lower end to about $1,000 on the upper end a month. So this is amazing, 15 minutes here and there every day, and just putting those hours in. The next level is area manager, which is where I am currently at. This brings in anywhere between about $1,500 to about $5,000 a month. And the amazing thing is it is also a willable business. So what does that mean? That means, God forbid something happens to me, my clients will continue to purchase, right? Because they're buying consumable products that they'll need to order again. And my team continues to grow, that a check will come and go to my husband so that him and my son will still get a paycheck. So a little different from life insurance where you pay into it. This is something that will continue to go on so that God forbid something happens, there is that kind of assurance that, your family will be taken care of. And don't just think your family, think down the line. This is generational. So this could go to my grandkids. This could go to my great grandkids. And that's what's amazing about this company, is that we look generational thinking. So it's not just, my immediate spouse who would get this. It could be passed on down the line, which I think is awesome. Regional vice president, this is the third level, and Liz DeLeo is actually on the call as well. She's our regional vice president, and this level, people usually get there within the first 1 to 3 years of the business, and this can bring in anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000 at the low end to about $10,000, $12,000, $14,000 at the higher end. And this is per month, so all of these are per month, if I didn't put that out at the beginning. So that's amazing. What is that? That's a corporate paycheck, right? And the other cool thing about this is you also get a stipend to purchase or lease, however you want to do that, a white Mercedes-Benz. So you'll also get an $800 additional paycheck on top of what you're making for your commissions to drive around in a white Benz of your choice. Just has to be a Benz and just has to be white. I can tell you, I worked for a Fortune 5 company for 18 years, and I don't have a white Benz in my driveway from them, but I know that within the next year, I'll be able to have that with Arbonne, because I'll be on that timeline of continuing to grow a team, which is so, so cool. And then the fourth and final, like I said, there's only 4 levels, is our national vice president. This level is amazing, right? It's the tippy top of the company. But again, everybody starts at the same level, and how fast you go up or how slow you go up is really just based on, your own personal efforts of that. And then building and sharing this amazing opportunity with others. And the average is around $20,000 to $22,000 a month. So most national vice presidents make, in just a few short months what I make in a full year. So, which is so, so crazy. And you might be like, how is that even possible? That's not realistic. It truly is. We have 2 national vice presidents on our team, Amy and Becca. Amy was a school teacher. Becca was and still is a pediatric delivery nurse. Her husband's a pharmacist. She loves being a nurse to all these little babies. So she, works more part-time, but she is able to have that financial freedom and that time freedom. So, a lot of us have a passion, and that's what we went to college for, or that's what we grew up wanting to do. But we might have the passion, not the paycheck, or we could have this amazing paycheck, but not the passion behind that. And really, truly with Arbonne, when you get to this level, you have both, so that you are able to give so much more to others, and you can ensure that your family's financial future is settled. And then you get to go do cool things and, build schools in third world countries and help people get clean water, and just these amazing stories that they do. But it's because they're being compensated so well, because they're allowing other people to live a better life. So in the end, you just have to ask yourself, where do you see yourself? A lot of you are already preferred clients. So you're already capitalizing on our amazing 20 to 40% off discount. You could host a party too and be able to get even more of a discount based on people that purchase for you. You can get up to 80%, or you can be a consultant. So obviously you're invited on this call because I saw something in you. Somebody else may have seen something in you. You might be watching this later, and somebody saw something. They may have seen passion, for living in a better world, or passion for family, passion for just wanting more in life. They may have seen that you're a super ambitious person. You're somebody that, at work, people know who you are, right? Because you're always wanting to go to that next step and go that next mile. Or you might be a super motivated person, right? You're just like, hey, you give me a task, I'm going for it, right? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for these passionate people, these ambitious people, these motivated people that just want more in life, that want to flourish, that want to get out of the rat race. But we also want the people that want to just do this on the side of their passion job too. I'm a pharmacist. I love it. I never want to not be a pharmacist. But what I love about this is that as a mom, as a wife, as a fraternity advisor, as a teacher, I cover 5 states in pharmacy. I fit Arbonne in to when it fits into my life. And that is really it. So for you, it's, asking yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, do you see yourself being able to do something? I never feel like I'm a salesy person. I feel that I share with passion. I share a love of these products, and I share a love of this lifestyle that it's allowed to give me. And I can't wait to see in a year from now where I go with Arbonne and where my team goes from Arbonne. And I can't wait to see in 10 years from now the people I've never even met that will be part of this team that are able to flourish and live a better life as well. So that is the presentation. I'm going to open it up. If Liz, if you want to add anything, I'm going to unmute you. Let's see if I did it right. There we go.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, what?
Hi,
oh,
guys.
Hi.
Sorry, I was in the process of making my bed while listening to the call, because what I love about Arbonne is you can do it in your everyday life. Seriously. Honestly, at least you hit on all the topics and all the points. Really, if you have even the slightest bit of interest, and I mean like a 1%, just listen to that 1% and just dive in and go into it. Similar to Alicia, I graduated with a lot of student loan debt, and I'm 28 years old. By the time I'm 30, I will be 100% debt free. I plan on retiring from corporate at 30 and doing Arbonne full time. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that this would be the outcome of my life. But it's funny, I had today off. I took a personal day. And when I woke up on the time that I wanted to wake up. And I did the things that I wanted to do. I made my life by my design today. And it was just a taste of what my life is going to look like by just putting in a little bit of effort right now. I think of myself. I put in 5 years of school to have a lucrative career in the pharmaceutical industry. And I think of how I haven't even been in the business 4 years now, and I have matched and surpassed my 6-figure income at the in the pharmaceutical world. And I think to myself, wow, if I can teach just one more person to do the same, my life will be complete. And here I am. I have a team of well over 200, and I'm teaching every single one of them with the help of my leaders to do the same, because I want everyone to have this if they want it, but just to know that they have not only just the opportunity, but the option. So often we don't have options and we're stuck. And that's kind of how I felt when I graduated college. I thought to myself, I'm going to be stuck doing this every single day for the rest of my life. And I wasn't okay with that. So like I said, if you're even in that 1%, like a little bit interested, please talk to the person that invited you. They saw something in you. And then in Arbonne, we're not headhunters, we're heart hunters. So we look for people with the biggest heart, the biggest spirit, and we want to run with you. So take it as a compliment, talk to them, and hopefully I'll be seeing everyone really soon as a new consultant.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Liz. And with that, I'm going to stop the recording.